Hello friends, welcome in our channel Fans of Agriculture. If are new in our channel, then subscribe to our channel. Thank you. And we will start today's lecture. So we can start classification of plant disease. On the basis of type of pathogen that cause the disease, it is divided into two parts. First one is the disease caused by animate pathogens. Animate means living pathogens, and the disease caused by inanimate means non-living pathogen. Second one is on the basis of causes. It is divided into two parts. First, non-infectious diseases, and second, infectious diseases or biotic causes or factors. And next is on the basis of symptoms produced. First one is hypoplasia, second is hyperplasia, third is teratological phenomenon, fourth is necrotic, fifth is rust, sixth is downy mildew and powdery mildew, seventh is smut, eighth is anthracnose, ninth is canker, 10th is blight, and 11th is mosaic, and last one is leaf spot. And fourth one is on the basis of occurrence and geographic distribution, the plant diseases are classified into four types. First one is endemic disease, second is epidemic or epiphytic disease, third one is sporadic disease, fourth one is pandemic disease, and fifth is on the basis of number of generations of infections, the plant diseases are classified into two parts. First one is simple interest or monocyclic disease, second one is compound interest or polycyclic disease. And sixth is on the basis of method of perpetuation and mode of primary infection. It is divided into three parts: soil-borne plant diseases, airborne plant diseases, and seed-borne plant diseases. And seventh is on the basis of parts of host affected. The classification of plant diseases are classified into five parts. First one is root disease, second one is stem disease, third one is fruit disease, fourth one is foliage disease, fifth one is vascular disease, and the last one is eighth. On the basis of type of plants they affect, the plant diseases are classified into the cereals, pulses, vegetables, fruits, nuts, and oilseeds all takes place. So this is the main points of our chapter classification of plant disease. Classification of plant disease divided into 8 main points for the classification. Thank you. So we start classification of plant disease. First one is on the basis of type of pathogen that cause the disease. It is divided into two parts. The first is disease caused by animate or living pathogens. It is in this disease caused by cellular microbes. The first one is bacterial diseases. Second one is mycoplasma like organisms, spiroplasmas, and fastidious vascular bacterial diseases, algal diseases. Example is red rust disease on tea. And the last one is protozoan diseases. The example of this is phloem necrosis disease of coffee. It occurs in cellular microbes. And second one is disease caused by microbes beyond cellular organization. It in this the viral diseases and diseases by viroids. And the third one is diseases caused by organisms other than microbes. In this the nematodal diseases and parasitic higher plant diseases takes place. The example of this is Cuscuta and Orvanche. And the second one is diseases caused by inanimate or non-living pathogens. In this light, the example of this is etiolation of leaves. And second one is mineral excess. Its example is mango fruit necrosis. Third is air pollutants. Its example is black tip of mango. The fourth one is temperature. Its example is at higher temperature the sun scald off vegetables. Also temperature, at lower temperature the freezing injury in apples. And oxygen deficiency, its example is yellow and black heart of potato. And water stress, its example is wilt diseases. And some agrochemicals, example is 2,4-D injury in cotton. And mineral deficiencies, its example is khaira diseases in rice because the deficiency of zinc. Second one is classification of plant disease on the basis of causes of plant diseases. In this, the infectious diseases or biotic causes or factors. In these biotic causes, this is category includes diseases caused by living or animate or cellular organisms. In these, prokaryotes and eukaryotes comes, and first one is prokaryotes, a microorganisms whose genetic material is not organized into membrane bound nucleus. Its three parts. First one is a molecules. These are wall-less prokaryotes that includes mycoplasma like organisms, MLO, and spiroplasma. Its examples are mycoplasma diseases are grassy shoot of sugarcane, little leaf of brinjal, sandal spike, papaya bunchy top. And second one is spiroplasma diseases, citrus stubborn stunt disease. And B is rickettsia like bacteria, means RLVS. These are very small, sometimes submicroscopic walled bacteria. Its examples are citrus greening and Pierce's disease. And C1 is in these prokaryotes true bacteria. Its examples are brown rot or wilt of potato, soft rot of potato, soft rot of vegetables, leaf blight of rice, citrus canker, sugarcane raton stunting, angular leaf spot of cotton. And the next second part of biotic causes are eukaryotes. Due to eukaryotes, in this fungi, protozoa, algae, metazoan animals means nematodes, and flowering plant parasites. The first one is fungi. Nearly 70% diseases, major or minor, in any plant species of economic importance are caused by fungi. The examples of plant diseases due to fungi, first one is wart of potato, cabbage club root, potato let blight, downy mildew, powdery mildew, rust, smut, and red rot of sugarcane. The B protozoa, its examples are hurt rot of coconut palm, phloem necrosis of coffee, and C algae. Its examples are red rust of mango, red rust of papaya. And these, due to nematodes, the plant diseases are root knot of vegetables, molia disease of wheat, molia disease of barley, ear cockle of wheat, and citrus decline. Due to flowering plant parasites, besides microorganisms, certain flowering plants also parasitize the cultivated crop plants. In this, first one is cuscuta or dodder, complete stem parasite of onion and alfalfa, linseeds, etc. Second one is loranthus or giant misty twigs. It is a partial stem parasite of mango or citrus, etc. Third one is bumpref or orbanche. It is the complete root parasite of tobacco and tomato, etc. Fourth one is striga or witchweed. It is a partial root parasite of jowar and maize, etc. In biotic causes or infectious disease, the misbiotic causes or factors. These are the diseases in systems which are neither living or non-living. They are considered to be threshold of life. The first is virus and second is viroids. These are infectious agents made up of one type of nucleic acid, RNA or DNA, enclosed in protein coat. Its examples are potato leaf roll, leaf curl of tomato, chili mosaic. Second is one due to viroids. It is naked infectious strands of nucleic acid. Its examples are spindle tuber of potato, citrus exocortis, tomato bunchy top. And the next one is non-infectious diseases or abiotic causes are due to abiotic causes or factors. These includes mainly the deficiencies or excess of nutrients, light, moisture, aeration, abnormalities in soil conditions, atmospheric impurities, etc. In this, we'll see here. First one is due to unfavorable soil conditions. It is one is physical composition and second one is chemical composition. In physical composition, uh, in soil structure, soil moisture and soil aeration. Its examples are dieback and wilts. Second one is chemical composition. Excess or deficiencies of elements. The examples of are mango tip rot, mango fruit necrosis, Khaira disease of rice, Halloween and black heart of potato. Second is due to unfavorable climatic conditions. In this temperature, high temperature effect and low temperature effect. The high temperature effect is sun scald of vegetables and the low temperature effect is freezing injury in apples. Second one is relative humidity, rains and snow. Third is wind and hail, and last one is due to light and lightning. Its example is etiolation of leaves. And due to the diseases due to unfavorable practices, chemicals and mechanical injury. And fourth one is diseases due to fumes, gases and smoke. The gases are hydrogen fluoride causes toxicity in tulip and corns. And the last one is diseases due to plant metabolic products and storage. Its example is black heart of potato. And the third one is the classification of plant diseases on the basis of symptoms produced. The first symptom is hypoplasia. In these diseases, there is underdevelopment of host tissue due to infection of the pathogens. Its example is bunchy top of banana. Second symptom is hyperplasia. In these diseases, there is over development of host tissue due to production of some toxins or growth regulating substances. Its example is rot gall and lead curl. The third symptom is teratological phenomenon. In this case, where the plant parts lose their original appearance and takes up different forms. This may be due to genetical factors. Its examples are rust of wheat and smut of jowar. And fourth symptom is necrotic. Under such symptoms, the host tissue is destroyed and killed. Its examples are blight, wilt, rots, damping up, scab. And the fifth symptom is rust. Sixth one is downy mildew and powdery mildew. Seventh one is smut. Eighth one is anthracnose. Ninth one is canker. 10th one is blight. 11th is mosaic. And last one is leaf spot. Are the symptoms produced, and the plant diseases are classified on the basis. The classification of plant diseases on the basis of occurrence and geographic distribution. It is divided into main four types. The first one is endemic diseases. The word endemic means prevalent in and confined to a particular country, district, and applied to a disease. A disease is classified as endemic when it is constantly present in the moderate to severe form and is confined to a particular country or district. Its examples are ALS of onion in Nashik district and club root disease of cabbage is endemic in Nilgiri district. The second one is endemic or epiphytic diseases. A disease usually occurs widely but periodically in a destructive form is referred as epidemic or epiphytic disease. The example of this epiphytic disease: powdery mildew disease in grapevine. The third one is sporadic disease. The sporadic diseases, that is one which occur at irregular interval and locations and relatively fewer instances. In reality, the sporadic disease belongs to a epidemic group. This is epidemic group, and its example is Udubetta disease in rice. The fourth one is pandemic diseases. This occurs all over in the world and result in mass mortality. Its examples are late blight potato, which is famous example, and the second one is damping diseases of tomato. Fifth one is the classification of plant diseases on the basis of number of generations of infections. The first one is simple interest or monocyclic diseases. These diseases which increases mathematically analogous to simple interest in money. Only one source, what is primary inoculum, only one generation of infection hits, and the secondary infection is rarely occurs, and the pathogen called monocyclic pathogens, mostly soil borne in nature. These diseases are soil borne in nature. Its examples are loose smut of wheat and vascular wilt. The second one is compound interest or polycyclic diseases. Its characteristics are the compound interest is money many sources of inoculum. The first, that is primary plus secondary, the many generations in one season, and it is also called as polycyclic pathogens. Its examples are late blight potato, rust of cereals, PM of wheat means powdery mildew of wheat, and DM of P means downy mildew of P. And the sixth one is the classification of plant diseases on the basis of method of purification and mode of primary infection. It is divided into three parts. The first one is soil borne, second one is airborne, third one is seed borne. In soil borne plant diseases, the pathogens survive in soil or on infested plant debris lying in soil either as their resting spores or as mycelial strands and rhizomes. Its examples are root rot, seedlings blight, wilt, and the second one is airborne. The microorganisms are spread through air and attack the plants, causing diseases. Its examples are blight, rust, and powdery mildew. The third one is plant diseases due to seed-borne plant diseases. The microorganisms are carried along with seeds. Its examples are damping out. The seventh, the classification of plant diseases on the basis of parts of host affected. The first one is root disease. The root rot, its example is root rot disease of in chili. The second one is stem disease. Its example is gummosis in citrus. Third one is fruit diseases. Its example is fruit rot in fruit rot disease. Fourth is foliage diseases. Its example is leaf spot diseases. Fifth is vascular diseases. Its example is vascular wilt or of brinjal. The eighth is the classification of plant diseases on the basis of types of plants and their effect. It takes place cereals, pulses, vegetables, fruits, nuts, or and oil seeds. So this is the classification of plant disease. See here, very best classification of plant disease. We'll see all the part. This one, classification of plant diseases. First we see the classification of plant diseases on the basis of type of pathogen that causes the disease, and the second one is classification of plant diseases on the basis of causes of plant disease, and the third one is classification of plant diseases on the basis of symptoms produced. Fourth one is on the basis of occurrence and geographic distribution, and fifth one is on the basis of number of generations of infection. Sixth one is on the basis of method of purchase and mode of primary infection, and seventh one is on the basis of parts of host affected, and the eighth one is on the basis of type of plants they affect. So this one is we completed the classification of plant diseases. In next video we can see the all the diseases in very by using the pictures of diseases. So thank you friends. If you like this information about the classification of plant disease, then you can share this video with your friends, like the video and press the bell icon. Thank you.